Oh, aye. Oh, hello. I know it's been a while, hasn't it? I haven't really done this for a while, so excuse me if I kind of seem off. But Optimus Wilbur's back. Thought I should make a return to the channel. Know what I mean? Just showcase my face, showcase all the new bots, showcase the new background. But most of all, get to see you happy people. And what better way to make this comeback with G2 Earthrise Megatron. Yeah, I've got him. I've got him. Yay! So everyone, it's time for the review. Blaster, kick my intro. Hey everyone, Optimus Wilbur here, and this video is not suitable for children under the age of 13. This is aimed at young collectors and adult collectors. Let's start the video. And here is G2 Megatron transformed. This is something I've been looking forward to. Now, when I done the review of the Earthrise Megatron, I did state that the one thing I really did want was this version. I wasn't really keen on basically the remold of the Siege figure. I wanted something different. And this was the version I originally wanted, because I just have so many fond memories looking at the G2 Megatron. Speaking of which, we bring my one in for comparison, because we're going to be going over that, because there is similar ideas they've put from this bot into this bot, and you can see why I think this one got held off. I just wish my one was in better condition, and I still wish it was boxed.
Jealous Wilbur? G2 Megatron in the box!
Cheers, Danny. Thanks for making me jealous as always. But yeah, there is various things they've done. So I'm not going to go over transformation because that's already been done. Articulation, that's just the exact same. So we're going to look at the detail and what they've tried to copy. Colour wise though, it just screams 90s. I love the G2 Decepticon logo there. And just having a nice orange on it as well is just so beautiful to look at. Underneath, see old Buckethead hiding there, and they've kept it within tradition with those colours. Now, if we bring back in the original G2 mould, you can see where things have started to try and take shape. Now, I really do need to do decals on this one, but you can see where the orange was meant to be. There was I think that was green there originally. The head doesn't stay, but where they've kept things going, if you take a look at the treads, I like the idea that this kind of chrome look has been passed on to this look, albeit it is painted. It isn't that chrome anymore. They don't really do that as much, but it's a nice little idea. I don't think I'll paint it. I really don't. I just quite like the idea that they've added just these small details in that's kept the look going. Now, there's a lot of things on this bot in transformation mode that has been passed on. Other thing to notice is I don't think it's going to work well in this new material I've got on this, because I wanted to go for black. Wheels do move, it's just they're not gripping well on this. Everything else is the exact same, so if we go to the turret, we can move that round. Whee! And there you go, you can make it face that way. Everything's fine in that sense. So that's a good starting point there. That guy hasn't got his head showing like that one. And that's the only bad side, but that gives you a rough idea of how it looks up side by side. One of the things I do wish I had was the G2 Laser Optimus Prime from Titan's Return. I found one. Considering it, let's just put it that way, but we know if you go back to one of my earlier videos, I've done the actual original G2 Optimus Prime, and I'd quite like to get it for this guy. There's no really anything else I'd want to put next to him apart from that G2 Laser Optimus Prime, just because of the look and everything else. But if we're going to do a size comparison, let's bring And who have we got near I can use? Let's bring in Run Amok, because we're waiting on him. So basically, all these figures were ready to go. I wanted a small break just from YouTube, a lot of college work to do, and thankfully these bots showed up. So that gives you a rough idea of the size. Normal size Megatron, nothing different there, just a different paint scheme, but this paint scheme looks fantastic. And I'm going to be showing that when I compare them next to the Siege G2 kind of variation. This is much better, in my opinion. This is the mould I wanted, the colour I wanted, and I managed to get them. So let's get them transformed and we'll take a look at them. Noticeable differences I've noticed, right, if that can make sense, with this bot. There is a few things I will have to go over and you might have to look out for. Some I'm a bit annoyed with, others that I'm okay with, right? So, first things off, I can see what they've went for with the G2 style, and if you're going to go for that G2 style, copy it, okay? Copy it. Now, what do I mean by that? So, let's bring in the original, okay? So, I would love to have seen like some of the stickers match colouring here, in the sense of having the silver down here with that big M round about here. There is a logo here. Now, I can't remember if that's officially on it. This is second hand, but I'd love to have seen a G2 logo right there. Now, this isn't something I think Toy Hacks would do. I think they might leave it. They never really touched the other Megatron when it came out for Siege. So it's, I could probably put one on. Let's be honest, I could probably just do it myself, and I think I will. The head sculpt, now this is the thing that if you're going to do it, get the colours. If we zoom in for the head sculpt, this is going to be hard to see. Now, I don't know if this is everybody's, it could just be mine, okay? The head sculpt looks perfect, the red eyes look amazing, but when you compare it to the original, the face has got a slight, like, little lilac tinge to it, just this ever so slightly tinge, and I'd love to have seen that matched on this one. I really would have. I would love to have seen the matches happen. It's very picnicky, right? Let's be honest. It's not the end of the world with things like that. That's just me being a fan of the original, and I just want him to just look the exact same. I love the turret to come down better, so it's facing, coming over his shoulder. Similar to this style, you can make it come to about angle just not even 45 degrees. That is annoying, okay? That is the only downside to that. I do wish I could do that. Maybe there might be a third party part I can put on and I can angle it better. Okay, it's going to stick out, but at least I can get the look I want. Again, it's just nitpicky. It's just how I want the bot to look. But there is one part that I'm shocked that it got passed. Again, you think of how many get made, so I can fix it myself. That is the main issue. But one thing with Megatron, at least you want the cannon to stay in place, okay? So let's come to that cannon, and straight away you can see the issue I've got. I just have to touch that. There is no grip whatsoever with that cannon, which I'm extremely shocked at. Now, I can take it off and flip it onto the other side, and it holds a lot better, but the cannon's then not on the right position. I have no idea what's up. I don't know if it's just like the smallest of detail and the millimeter is off. No idea. I can fix it if I use like clear nail varnish or something, but to go down that road, you know yourself, if you start taking it off, especially because of the transformation, you're going to start wearing it away, then you're going to have to keep applying it. So this is just on my one. I've not heard anybody else have the same issue, so just be warned, you might have the same issue. But Of course, you've got that spear on the back, so let's take it off. And that is the complete look of G2 Megatron. I love the style. This is the one I originally wanted. Now, if I bring back in the Earthrise mould, I didn't really want that bot. And I took a gamble, and I'm happy with it because it improved things on the Siege version. And I know people didn't want to buy another Siege mould. And going with the chat, I totally agree with them, because it's like you're just basically rebuying that bot, even though there is improvements. Again, I'd love to have not seen this guy come in just this one, and everybody would want this. We do want it, but they make this one even more special than just, here's a repaint. Here would been a remold, but a repaint, something different than just like, okay, you get this one first, and then there's this guy. Let's just have the one. But if you're going to compare them to every single one, let's bring in all the Megs. So there's the normal Megatrons, we'll put them at the back. Of course, the Siege, the Earthrise, they've all had their own videos. But the one I wanted to focus on was this guy. That G2 variant. And as much as I love this one, I'm still more in love with that. It's just the colours. Screams 90s. I just love that colour display on the Decepticons. Of course, that's got a better, in my opinion, a better head sculpt. I love the detail in it with the black. I love the tiger paint. But that camouflage, let's be honest, what tank would have that? In the right mind, what tank would have that? No tank would have that. But the fact that Megatron can pull it off, and it's been like that since 1991, 2, and we've got him back like this. This is something I'm in love with. And this is one of the reasons why this was a must-have for me. I would have had him over the normal Earthrise one. That really was my plan. End up getting the two of them, but I'm happy with it. So the only Megatron I'm missing out of this collection is, of course, the Netflix one. I might pick it up to complete it. It is the exact same bot as the four of them, but it'd be nice to have it. I think with Kingdom now coming very, very soon, especially here in the UK, it's something that I'm not overly fussed on. I wasn't a fan of Beast Wars. I know that could be sacrilege, but there's not many I'm buying from that set, so getting that Netflix one and adding it to this collection might be something I will do. But when he showed up, Sunstreaker had to just take that little sidestep. So Sunstreaker will be back in the next video. Now that college is starting to wind down, planning to get that video out soon enough to use, guys. Just try to get all the college work done, so thank you for being patient with me over the last 2 weeks, I think, since the last upload. So trying something a bit different as well, and I hope you really enjoyed the comeback of Optimus Wilbur. I think it's long overdue. So that being said, Transformer fans, Sunstreaker is up in the next video. Get G2 Megatron. Articulation, head sculpt, movement, leg movement is all the exact same. Transformation, the exact same. There's nothing really much else different I can talk about that I didn't cover in my own review. So I'm going to link that review if you want to see how the movement is and stuff. It's the exact same. There's not really much I can go over. It is a must get if you can, but be wary with that cannon. Apart from that, everything else I've seen in mine's been fine. There's not any joints out of place, anything like that. When it comes to transformation, quality is really good. So, totally recommend it. It is on the recommended list. And with that, guys, I will see you all in Sunstreaker's video and the next Optimus Wilbur reviews. Thank you for everyone who tuned in today's video. If you want to make Baby Grimlock happy, why not hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. All new videos are always coming right here in Optimus Wilbur reviews. If you'd like to follow me in any of my social media links, all the descriptions are in the description box below. And of course, as always, I cannot stress this enough, I wish to thank Cybertronic Spree for allowing me to use their song Cybertronic Warrior as the theme of this channel. Guys, this is an incredible band, it does incredible covers, and recently just done an amazing album of the Transformers 1986 movie soundtrack. Please follow them and all their social media links. I have every description in the description box below. Please check them out, and as always, Transformer fans, till all are one.